It seems like every day there's another article or news story about AI, and how it's going to revolutionize the future of work.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to ignore at this point.
I mean, one statistic really caught my eye, and it was this prediction that by 2028, 43% of jobs are going to be significantly impacted by AI and automation.
Wow, that's
a huge number. And then on top of that, something like 27% of workers may need to switch career fields entirely. I mean, it's kind of mind-boggling when you think about it.
It is. It really highlights just how quickly the landscape is shifting.
And it makes you think.
Right.
Like, how do we as individuals prepare for that so we're not, caught off guard?
Right, exactly. It's about being proactive.
And that actually leads perfectly into what we're going to be diving into today.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at EON Reality and their newly launched platform called EON Career Compass.
Interesting.
So think of this as sort of like a guide or a tool to help you, the listener, navigate this rapidly changing world of work and hopefully, thrive in it. So for this deep dive, we're really focusing on understanding the key features of this EON Career Compass and how it aims to bridge that gap between the skills you have now and the ones you're going to need for the future. And we're basing this all on the information that was released when they launched this platform. So it's kind of got a firsthand look at what they're trying to do.
Got it. Sounds fascinating.
So to kick things off, let's look at the why behind EON Career Compass. What are the big challenges that they're trying to address with this? What are the problems that led them to create this?
Sure, yeah. It's always good to understand the motivation behind these things.
Right. So from what we've gathered, one of the biggest things is this growing skills gap. The skills that are in demand today might not be the skills that employers are looking for tomorrow. And I think that's something a lot of people are feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. That sense of constantly needing to learn and adapt.
Yeah, it's like the goalposts keep moving.
Exactly.
But it's not just about, technical skills, right? There's also this increasing emphasis on uniquely human skills. Things like creativity, emotional intelligence, critical thinking, all those things that AI can't really replicate.
I was just thinking, imagine a project manager, for instance, in this future. They're working with all these AI tools, but still their ability to understand their team's dynamics and problem solve in those human ways.
Yeah.
That's still going to be so crucial.
Oh, absolutely. It's like those skills become even more important as AI takes over those more routine tasks.
Right. It's about that partnership.
Yeah. And then another challenge that they highlighted is, the limitations of traditional education. Sometimes it feels like the education system just can't keep up with the pace of change,
Yeah, it can be a bit slow to adapt.
And then there's the psychological impact of all this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Career transitions are never easy, and this whole uncertainty around job security with AI coming in.
Absolutely. That anxiety is real for a lot of people.
And then there's this whole new thing, right, which is learning to work effectively with AI.
Right.
It's not just about AI replacing humans, it's about how they work together.
Exactly. It's like a whole new set of skills and understanding how to leverage these AI tools.
Yeah, it's like a partnership again, not a replacement.
Right, exactly.
So it seems like EON Reality really wanted to tackle all of these things, not just, point out the problems.
Right, that's interesting.
But to offer a way forward. And they actually have a quote from Dan Lajerskar, who's the chairman of EON Reality.
Okay.
He says that this platform is really about their commitment to ensuring that technological advancement benefits individuals rather than displaces them.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty powerful statement.
It is. So now let's move on to the what exactly is EON Career Compass and how does it actually work?
Okay, yeah, let's get into the details.
So they describe it as a comprehensive end-to-end system for career navigation in this AI-driven world.
Wow, that's quite a claim.
It is. But to make it more concrete, they've broken it down into what they call this revolutionary 8-step career journey.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So the first step is something called the Intelligent Skills Auditor.
Intelligent Skills Auditor.
Yeah. And this is where things get really interesting because it uses AI to create what they call multidimensional profiles. So it's not just about, listing your past jobs and skills like a traditional resume.
So it's digging a bit deeper.
Oh, yeah. It tries to assess your technical skills, but also those human capabilities we were talking about, problem solving, communication, even your values and learning style.
Wow, that's really comprehensive.
It's like trying to get a much more holistic picture of you as a person.
So it's painting a richer picture than a resume.
Exactly. And then step 2 is about career goals. So the platform helps you identify potential career paths that are, likely to be in demand in the future, especially those that involve working alongside AI.
Okay, that makes sense. Guiding you towards those future-proof roles.
Right. And then step 3 is gap analysis. So this is where it looks at the difference between your current skills and the skills you need for that target career. And it creates like a personalized roadmap to bridge that gap.
Oh, that's cool, like a customized plan.
Exactly. And then step 4 is the course finder, which basically pulls in and ranks all sorts of learning resources from different providers. So you're not just stuck with, one specific platform or learning style.
I see, so it gives you options.
Yeah. And then, this is where it gets really cool. Step 5 is XR Learn, Train, Perform. This is where EON Reality's expertise in virtual and augmented reality comes in.
No, this is their bread and butter, right?
Exactly. And they're actually claiming that you can learn new skills up to 400% faster using their XR methods.
400%. That's a bold claim.
It is, but we'll have to see how that actually plays out in practice. Then step 6 is all about engagement and recognition. So it's about learning path, gamification, and certification. So it gives you like a personalized schedule, rewards you for hitting milestones, and even provides those blockchain verified credentials so you can prove your new skills.
So it's not just about learning. It's about keeping you motivated and giving you something tangible to show for it.
Right. And then step 7 is job matching. So this is where your verified skills are matched with relevant job openings. And it even helps you refine your resume and cover letter.
That's super practical.
And then finally, step 8, which I think is really important, is mental support and confidence building. So they have this AI coach built into the platform.
Oh, wow.
That gives you tools to manage stress, build resilience, because career transitions can be tough.
Absolutely. Having that support built right in is a great idea.
So let's dig a little deeper into that XR Learn, Train, Perform methodology. They break it down into 3 phases, which kind of makes sense. Learn, train, perform.
Okay, that's a logical progression.
Yeah. So in the learn phase, they use immersive 3D environments. So you're not just, reading about something, you're actually experiencing it.
So, for example, like learning that a complex piece of machinery, you could actually be interacting with it virtually instead of just reading a manual.
Exactly. And then in the train phase, you get to practice those new skills in these interactive XR simulations.
So it's like risk-free practice.
Yeah, and you get real-time feedback, kind of like having a virtual mentor there.
Oh, I see. It's like having that guidance as you go.
And then in the perform phase, they bring in augmented reality.
Okay, so how does that work?
So imagine you're on the job, and you can use like an AR overlay on your tablet or smart glasses to get just-in-time guidance while you're actually doing a task.
Oh, that's cool. Like having a digital expert right there with you.
Exactly. And then to make all of this work, they have what they call AI-powered personalization and support. So they have this conversational AI mentor.
Okay.
You can talk to it in natural language. It understands the context of your questions, and it can give you tailored guidance.
That's pretty immersive.
And then there's that mental support coach, which helps with anxiety and confidence.
Right. We talked about that.
Yeah. And they have all these AI systems working behind the scenes. Adaptive learning engine, predictive analytics, emotional intelligence systems, personalization algorithms.
Wow. It sounds like a really sophisticated system.
It does. So it's all about being dynamic and responsive to your individual needs.
So it's learning as you're learning.
Right. Which brings us to the how does EON Career Compass actually help you transform your career? And it seems like they're really focused on combining technology with an understanding of, the human side of career development.
Okay, so it's not just about the tech. It's about the whole person.
Right. So in terms of technology, they've created what they call a seamless user experience. It's about having an intuitive interface that's easy to navigate, clear dashboards to track your progress, and adaptive scheduling. So it adjusts to your availability and how quickly you're learning.
So it's about making it as user-friendly as possible.
Exactly. And they've got cross-platform compatibility, so you can access it on any device. Single sign-on integration, particularly with LinkedIn. Offline learning support, for those times when you don't have internet. And they've really thought about accessibility for all kinds of users.
So they're trying to remove those barriers to entry.
Yeah. And behind the scenes, they have this breakthrough technical architecture. So they have extensive API integrations. This allows the platform to connect with other learning platforms, job boards, and credential verification systems.
So it's not just a standalone platform. It integrates with the wider ecosystem.
Right. And then they use sophisticated natural language processing and machine learning. So they can analyze resumes, map skills to job requirements, provide accurate job matching.
That's where the AI really comes into play.
Yeah, and then they highlight their core technical components. The EON XR platform itself, the blockchain credential verification system,
Yeah.
their commitment to ethical AI, and a scalable cloud architecture.
Sounds like they've built a really robust platform.
They have, but to really see how it works, they've provided a few use cases.
Oh, that's always helpful. Real-world examples.
Yeah, so first we have Sarah, who's a financial analyst, and her role was starting to be automated.
Okay, familiar story.
Right. So she used Career Compass, and the skills auditor identified not only her analytical skills, but also her emotional intelligence and strategic thinking. So the platform suggested she transition to a financial AI implementation consultant role. And she used the XR modules to learn about AI, got mental support to help her through the transition, and ended up with a new job that actually paid more.
Wow, that's a great outcome. It shows how the platform can help you find not just a new job, but a better job.
Exactly. And then we have Marcus, who's a recent graduate. He wasn't really sure what he wanted to do.
Yeah, that's common for new grads.
Right. So the platform helped him identify his passion for sustainability, showed him emerging roles in that sector, gave him a structured learning path with those XR simulations. And because he had those blockchain credentials, he was able to stand out to employers, even though he didn't have a lot of work experience.
So it shows how the platform can be valuable even for those just starting out.
Right. And then lastly, we have Alina. She's an experienced technical team lead who wanted to move into executive leadership.
Okay, so she's looking to climb the ladder.
Exactly. So the skills assessment showed that she needed to develop her strategic vision and executive communication.
That makes sense.
So the platform gave her these specialized XR leadership modules, tools to work on those soft skills, and even helped her overcome imposter syndrome. So she could really step into that leadership role.
That's interesting. It shows that the platform can be useful at all stages of your career.
Yeah. So when we look at EON Career Compass as a whole, it's trying to be this really comprehensive and personalized solution for navigating all these changes in the job market.
Right. It's trying to give you the tools and support you need to succeed.
And for you listening, I think the key takeaway is that it's about having a structured approach.
Yeah, a roadmap of sorts.
Exactly. And combining that with, the technology and the psychological support, it makes those career transitions and that professional growth seem much more achievable.
And less daunting, hopefully.
Definitely less daunting. So, as you think about everything we've discussed today, I want you to consider, what are the skills that you have right now? What are your career aspirations? And how might all this AI and automation stuff impact those goals? And could something like EON Career Compass, with its structured approach, could that help you not just adapt to these changes, but actually shape your future?
Those are good questions for everyone to consider. And for those who are interested in diving a little deeper, there are some additional resources available. You can check out their technical architecture document, the EON-XR spoken blog, and of course, the EON Reality website.
Awesome. Well, I think that's about it for our deep dive today.
Yeah, we covered a lot of ground.
We did. Thanks so much for joining me.
It was my pleasure.
And for you listening, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.
Until next time.